Had a blessed day today, that you've been able to take some time and just spend time in the Lord's presence and read His Word and be encouraged and challenged by it. If not, then hopefully this will draw you into His Word and encourage you to read it. The daily chapters for today, the reading, was Nehemiah chapters 10 through 13. What we see here throughout Nehemiah is that in the end, Nehemiah did his best to lead the people well. He did his best to lead them to be strong and safe and secure and to be pure, worshipful, and obedient to the Lord. But at the end, he carried this sense of failure because in the end, the people of Israel decided to go back to their sin, even though they made a covenant with the Lord to remain pure and to abstain from these sinful acts. In the end, they went right back to it. And the law, or covenants and promises and vows, they're powerless in the end to stop sin. We have to realize that it's only through the grace of God alive and flowing in our lives that can lead us to be able to overcome sin. And it's only because of Jesus and what He did for us. You can lead a dehydrated horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it, right? And so oftentimes you see in the Bible where prophets really did lead lonely lives, and oftentimes they felt this sense of failure because they knew what God wanted and they were telling the people what God wanted, but they still chose sin over being pure before God. And that can be a lonely thing to walk in. And I think we as Christians can often see in our lives where that's happened to us, where we can see where God is desiring us to do something and we are telling the people about His Word and the truth in the Word and what is right and what is wrong in a loving way. But they still may choose sin, and that can be lonely for us. As believers, we often face similar situations that Nehemiah walked through, and it can be lonely to make that stand for truth and to live for God. But it's so rewarding to be able to have that relationship with God. So although we might find ourselves in situations where we feel discouraged because we know that someone is choosing time and time again to choose sin over choosing to live for the Lord, just know that if you continue to speak truth, that you continue to show love to people, true love, and not judgmental love, that you show them that you're not accepting the sin, but that you are showing them the love of Christ, that those things will be seen. And there will come a time when the words that you speak and the words from the Bible that you speak to them and speak over them, they will be reminded of those words. And so we can take that situation and pray that the Lord uses that to remind them when we're not there, and that it draws them close to God, that the Lord takes the seed that we planted and waters that. I hope you guys can take this to be encouraged and to not give up, to never stop serving God, even when it's hard or lonely, to keep your eyes focused on Him and keep your ears hearing His truth and His word.